Bureaucracy, where efficiency goes to die. Where every $100 the government budgets, $3 buys a blanket, and $97 goes towards highfalutin consultants, executive bonuses, motivational Zoom calls, and team-building retreats to Jamaica. But don't worry, because in Canada, the Canadian firearms ban is going to be different.
The capital of Canada is Ottawa.
Yeah, right. Do we look that stupid?
And what's the plan, you ask? Well, the Canadian government estimates that it will cost about $20,000 or more per gun to confiscate rifles from law-abiding citizens in Canada who've done nothing wrong. And the early figures are in. Nearly $1 billion. With a B, $1 billion. And that is just an estimate. And shocker, most of the money goes to bureaucrats and contractors and layers of consultants, an awareness campaign that no one even asked for. Meanwhile, all the illegal guns just become more valuable. Make that make sense. Because nothing says public safety quite like disarming the most trustworthy portion of your population while handing out just pathetic justice, and actual violent crimes are just not being punished. The Canadian government's logic regarding gun crime seems to be about the same as trying to stop drunk driving from banning sober people from owning cars. It's like a smoke and mirror type approach. They've done a really good job conflating semi-automatic and fully automatic into the same thing, like one homogenous thing that people who don't know anything about guns, they don't know the difference. And they regurgitate the same talking points so frequently that people are able to memorize these stupid things like sustained fire and assault style as if they're like a famous burger from McDonald's that they grew up eating as a kid. It's really like a genius-level strategy being used by these soft-spoken keyboard warriors of the soy latte brigade, clutching their oat milk latte like body armor, just waiting to get offended at the next little tiny thing.
My body's composition is determined by my genes. Hey, eyes up here.
The kind of people who see a picture of a bolt-action rifle and immediately need a safe space and to call a therapist on their speed dial. They think that Call of Duty is a documentary and the only trigger should be emotional.
I use she, her pronouns. I'm not sir.
We're talking about people who have never held a tool more dangerous than a garlic press, yet they're ready to rewrite firearms law with the same confidence they use to Yelp review a kale salad. The mere idea of someone owning a legal gun sends them into a panic spiral, but oddly enough, they're fine with the gangs having all the guns and running wild as long as everyone uses the right pronouns.
Excuse me, it's ma'am.
Okay, I just want to shout out Daniel at Caliber Magazine. If you guys haven't read his stuff, go check him out. He published something on Reddit the other day. It was a month ago now. And I just wanted to read the comments of how people are thinking about this $1 billion gun ban and a $20,000 plus price tag for each gun, considering that some of these guns are like $300 Canadian, and now they're going to cost $20,000 to confiscate each. Okay, this is a long article. I'm not going to get into the whole article. I'm just going to read you the headline. It says, gun ban budget crosses $500 million mark. Taxpayer cost per firearm confiscated, currently $24,416. And thanks again, Daniel Fritter. This is from Caliber Magazine. Okay, this is the top comment. The absolute worst liberal policy. I cannot believe Carney is still supporting it. Generally does nothing good for our country other than lose money. Gun crime continues to increase while legal owners are continually being punished. I'm not even a gun owner, and I think this is just so stupid. Why don't we put some of this money towards preventing illegal guns from entering the country rather than this worthless program? I think their view is that with the current trend in the Western world, letting the citizens have the power to resist the political elite class is unwise. It will be $500 to the owner, and the remainder will disappear into the books. Selling guns to buy houses and prop up the old guard's retirement at the expense of the young. Truly the Canadian way. I used to love my country and be ashamed of my government. Now I'm ashamed of my country and I hate my government. I wonder how little of that $20,000 will end up with the person having their private property confiscated. I bet around $100 or $200. Meanwhile, the public safety minister doesn't even know what a PAL is. Laugh my ass off.
Does the minister know what an RPAL is?
No, Minister. I do not.
Does the minister know what the CFSC is?
I'm a minister. I do not know. Member.
I'll stipulate, Chair, that is the Canadian firearm safety course that all gun owners in Canada have to do to get their firearms license. Has the minister ever done the Canadian firearm safety course?
Yeah, I'm a minister. Speaker, it's my third week on the job. No, I have not.
The honourable member.
Does the minister know what safety classes and safety demands are expected of law-abiding Canadian gun owners?
The honourable minister.
This is not about law-abiding gun owners, Mr. Speaker.
The honourable member.
How can the minister make that claim when he doesn't know the basic fundamentals of law-abiding gun ownership in this country, Chair?
The honourable minister.
This is not about law-abiding gun owners, Mr. Speaker.
It's only his third week on the job. Cut him some slack. Absolute waste of taxpayers' money. Seriously, $1 billion could have funded another Kitchener-Waterloo, Ontario type LRG system, which was $900 million, or purchased a whole KSS Type 3 Batch 2 submarine, roughly $1 billion per sub, or built roughly 6,800 housing units, assuming $230 a square foot average construction cost and 600 square foot average size. Absolute mental waste of money. Nothing but political show and security theater. More affordable housing? Are we trying to tank the real estate market or the investment firms? This is sarcastic. I think it's more of a money laundering, whitewashing scheme. It's what we do best here in Canada. It's not about guns. It's not about safety. It's about helping your friends get even more rich. He's talking about the government. Government consultants are such a money pit. The government keeps making more regulations and continues to need more consultants for those rules. Waste of taxpayer money, waste of law-abiding gun owners' money and time, waste of police money and time, waste of perfectly good firearms, waste of firearms with significant historic value, waste of preliminary resources, waste of gun manufacturers' money, waste of shop owners' money. Imagine if they just addressed the guns being smuggled into Canada instead of all this nonsense. They won't touch that because where the smuggling happens on the border, it's an optics nightmare for the government to enforce border control on FN land. And given current firearms programs, it's all about optics and virtue signaling. Results be damned. It'll only cost taxpayers billions and destroy hundreds of Canadian businesses. Continued stupidity. A really pointless program/ban. If Mark Carney wants to truly distance himself from Trudeau's legacy, he should commit to ending these bans and focus on policies that actually enhance public safety, while saving Canadians billions in the process. The new public safety minister gives a glimpse into the new administration.
The honourable minister.
This is not about law-abiding gun owners, Mr. Speaker.
This is not about law-abiding gun owners? Did he really just say that? It is exclusively about legal guns and legal owners. Who the fuck does he think they're going to buy these off of? Jesus. Wow. Just wow. Meanwhile, we're supposedly under some threat of invasion. LOL. This is what Canadians voted for. Generally don't know how this is even allowed for a minister to have zero idea about his own fucking portfolio. Forget Trudeau. People have spent months glazing Carney for being so smart, he's still pushing gun control that won't actually solve the problem they claim. The guy who's supposed to be so good with money is going to waste billions on ineffective, divisive policy. Obviously, we'll never really know, but I think that if Carney had campaigned on giving the gun bans the same treatment as he did the carbon tax, he'd have a comfortable majority right now. Alright, that's gonna be the end of the video. What do you guys think? $24,000 per gun. So technically, like, what, do they owe me like $300,000 before bureaucracy? We'll see what that number comes out to after bureaucracy. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna get to some B&T videos again soon. I just can't shoot them, which really, really sucks. Okay, thanks for tuning in. I'm Bosco the Shooter. This is Spent Casings. I'll see you next time. Peace.